place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find that's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
It's always nice to meet a fellow Tennessean. So when you're looking for coverage, look to a company that was raised here. No one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee life.
Come join the party. That's what I'm trying to get my son to do. He's just over on the other side of these monitors and this camera. You don't want to come say hi? He doesn't want to come say hi. Happy Sunday, everybody. How you doing this morning? Did you get some shopping done yesterday? The family and I took, we divided and conquered. Each one of us took one kid, and they shopped for each other. And so we went out and did that yesterday and braved the crowds, although it wasn't too terribly bad, and went out to lunch. Now, dinner was crazy. I went and picked up dinner last night because, remember, we don't have a kitchen yet. Although the floors are in, the floors are officially in. So it should start coming along pretty quickly from here on out. And it took me an hour and a half to pick up some dinner last night. It was just insane because a lot of huge influx of people come to town, friends, family members. A lot of people are going to be eating out here over the next several days, and which is great. Support your local restaurants and whatnot if you possibly can. All right. I digress. Sure hope you have a great day today. These clouds are sticking with us here this morning, but they're not going to be with us all day. Here's a live look from Fox Road Marina. Those morning clouds are hanging out with us. That upper level wave has been swinging its way on through the area. Not really causing any major issues whatsoever. More bark than bite, as you will clearly hear me say every once in a while. Good morning, Sue. How are you this morning? Nicole says, hi, little man. Kipton. They're all saying hi. They're all saying hi to you. He just woke up. He's out here. We've got a 3D printer, and he's out there making his brother something on a 3D printer. And I have a cool picture to share with you. Something I made on the 3D printer yesterday, so stay tuned for that if you're curious to find out more about that. All right, let's talk about temperatures yesterday. I always like to keep you in check. Yesterday, we made it to 58 degrees, so it was a warm day. I was forecasting 56, so not bad. Well above average, 8 degrees above average. And, well, if you're not a big fan of this kind of a warm weather, well, you're not going to be a fan of this 7-day stretch. Actually, this morning, we're trending 20 degrees warmer than what we were yesterday morning, so it feels much more comfortable this morning. We're in the 30s and 40s. 48 degrees right now in Lenore City. So a great day. Now, again, our future cast picking up on the clouds this morning. Clouds begin to exit. They'll start to thin out. We'll have some high-level clouds. Drier air starts to settle its way on in. So we had a frontal boundary swing through, and that helps to draw in some drier air. Remember, cold fronts. I had somebody on social media yesterday said, where's the cold? You said there was a cold front coming through. Well, cold fronts don't always mean it's going to be colder. Warm fronts don't always mean it's going to be warmer. It's just a change in the dew points. Drier air behind cold fronts, warmer air behind, or more moisture anyways behind warm fronts. Temperatures this afternoon going to top out in the 50s. So we shave off a few degrees from what we saw yesterday, 3, 4, 5 degrees or so. Thanks to that cooler, drier air starting to settle on in, but still trending above average. And if you're heading out to dinner tonight, you're going to pick people up at the airport. Maybe you start your travel escapades, if you will. We're going to be right around 48 degrees by 6 and then 38 by 10. So it is going to be on the chillier side if you're out and about. Later on this evening, rain chances, minimal at best. Not really looking at much in the way of rain. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to take you all the way through Christmas Eve. This is my high-resolution forecast model, the 3 kilometer anyways. And high pressure is in control right now. It's going to shift off to our east. This is going to go pretty quickly because I take you for several days. But you can see we're going to basically have a mix of sun and clouds. There's a couple of waves in the atmosphere that are going to try to produce a little bit of light precipitation. Cold front comes through, doesn't do much, draws in drier air. We head into Tuesday, again, a mix of sun and clouds. So I do think that we're probably going to have more cloud coverage all the way through Christmas Eve and into Christmas morning than sunshine. So that's something to kind of keep in mind, but you're still going to need those sunglasses. Or if you're like me anyways, listen, if it's cloudy outside, you still need sunglasses. It still can be bright. So that takes us all the way through Christmas Eve. If you're heading off to Christmas Eve services, one of my favorite services ever all year long, again, just not going to see much in the way of rain. So while we do have a few disturbances, we'll have the clouds hanging out with us. That's really going to be about the extent of it. I always say it's more bark than bite. You hear me say that every once in a while. Ridge of high pressure continues to build in the upper parts of the atmosphere, and this is going to bring us near record heat across much of the region. Temperatures across our entire region, from Minneapolis all the way down to the southeast, are going to be trending above average. And not just above average, we're talking about 15 to 20 degrees above average. These are your Christmas Eve temperatures. We're going to be in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s. I mean, if you want the colder air, you got to head up to New England or like International Falls in northern Minnesota. Christmas Day, we're going to be even warmer than Christmas Eve. We're going to be in the mid to upper 60s to low to mid 70s. So pull out the Bermuda shorts, Santa Claus, because you're going to need those. It's going to be toasty. You know, I don't know about you, but not a huge fan of the warmer weather for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I'd rather have it colder, have a fire in the fireplace. That just seems a little bit more like the season. But either way, and that those warm temperatures stick with us all the way through the weekend after Christmas as well. And as we look ahead above and beyond the 7-day forecast, we still have a 60 to 70% chance of above average temperatures all the way through the first week of January 2026. Now, I was diving into some of the long range models this morning, trying to get a good idea of what New Year's Eve and New Year's Day looks like. One model has us much, much colder. Another model has us much, much warmer. So for now, we will just leave it at that. And let you know that, well, the Climate Prediction Center is saying, I think we could be trending a little bit above average. So we'll see how it all plays out. Of course, I'll keep you posted on that every single day. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you this morning? It sure has been nice walking weather. Yeah, that's the truth. It is good walking weather. Leaving Monday for South Carolina and on to Florida. I'll be using your East Tennessee weather app all the way. Good job, Carol. Carol knows how to do it right. And remember, if you are going to be traveling to different cities to go visit family members, whatnot, you can put those cities, those locations into the East Tennessee weather app itself, and you can always stay on top of the weather forecast for wherever you're going. As long as you have GPS location services turned on, it'll give you weather information wherever you are. And then just come to Witcher's 1 minute weather or your full forecast before you come back to see what the forecast is going to be like right here in East Tennessee. All right. So let's, I want to share a couple. Well, we'll just go on to national holidays first. How about that? We'll do that first. We'll take you back outside, show you another vantage point of these clouds. Cool clouds showing up in Anderson County this morning. Look at that. Got a little bit of undulating going on with those clouds this morning. See how they're kind of dipping down and going up and dipping down? I'll see what it looks like with the time lapse. Those are typically some really cool clouds to time lapse, by the way. So make sure you check that out. I'll be posting that if it looks cool. I'll post it on social media today. But today, of course, we are talking about national holidays. But today is also the winter solstice. Happy first day of winter, by the way. Before we move right along, we're just going to talk about this. It is the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice. So now, of course, it's been meteorological winter since December 1st. This is now astronomical winter. See if I can get the words out here this morning. It's the winter solstice. So yeah, this designates the shortest day of the year. The days only get longer from here on out. It officially comes in at 10:03 this morning. So I guess I can say happy winter. All right, it's December 21st, celebrating birthdays and events. If you have any events going on, I know Felicia posted something on here that come see us at the Gypsy Barrel House today at the Winter Solstice Fest from 12 to 4, last market of the year. Well, maybe we will show up. We're looking for something to do. Although the family is, I don't know. I think it's just 'tis the season, right? Trying to figure out like what our bodies are doing. Are we getting sick? Are we not getting sick? Are we just tired? This time of year causes you anxiety. Nah, no anxiety. Just kick back, relax, and enjoy it. What's up, Blaze? How are you this morning, man? Let's see, aside to the warm Christmas time. We need colder temperatures, maybe snow, then back to the 60s after Christmas Day. I'm on board with that, for sure. Today is National Maine Day. Have you ever been to Maine? I grew up going to Maine, as you've probably heard from me talk about many times, but my mom is from New England, and so as a kid, we would go back to Maine for an entire month and spend an entire month in Maine on a lake in Maine. See if you... the town was called... The lake was called Lake Webb. I'm blanking on the town. How dare me blank on the town. Ooh. I'm blanking on the town. Anyways, look up Lake Webb. It's like kind of like in the middle of nowhere, Maine. Grew up eating lobster rolls and all those things. Sounds good to me. Today's also National Flashlight Day. Kipton, you got several flashlights. Yeah, he says. All right, what would we do without the flashlight? It sure has helped us during this renovation because we still don't have power on in parts of our house, so we're having to use flashlights and stuff to see at nighttime. It's National French Fried Shrimp Day. I can get on board with that. I love me some fried shrimp. It's also Anne and Samantha Day of winter and summer solstice. It's Yule, the day of the winter solstice. Of course, it's the winter solstice, so day between December 20th and the 23rd. It is the 21st this year, obviously. Let's see. It's Phillies Fog Win a Wager Day. Philias. What is that? Let's see what that is. Phileas Fogg. Win a Wager Day on December 21st commemorates a date in fictional history in the classic novel Around the World in 80 Days by French novelist Jules Verne. Yep. December 21st is the date illustrious main character Phileas Fogg must complete his challenge to win a wager of 20 euros. Okay. I don't know. It's National Homeless Persons Remembrance Day. This is a great day. Thank goodness it's not as cold as it was recently. But if you are a given person, check in on the homeless, I don't know if you know Bert Rosen. I'm blanking on his last name as well. With Carm. Recently just was reunited with his son who was homeless and missing for years, like 20 years or something like that. Great stories. You can check that out on the news stations as well. Today's National Humbug Day. Oh no, come on. That sounds like you with this morning, Andrew. Being all humbug and anxiety and stuff like that. No. Let's enjoy it for what it is. And it's also National Crossword Puzzle Day. All right, let's talk about some history, shall we? In 1998, cold air spread across the southern San Joaquin Valley in California for 4 nights. Temperatures in the agricultural portions of Fresno and areas dropped all the way down to 28 degrees. Not great for agriculture there in California. In 1989, 40 cities in the north central U.S., including 13 in Iowa, reported record low temperatures for the state. Remained close, 43 degrees below zero. Yikes. In 1988, 7 cities in the eastern U.S. reported record high temperatures, including Charleston, South Carolina, with a reading of 78 degrees. In 1987, high winds continued along the eastern slopes of the Rockies. We've just recently experienced that on the Rockies, where we had a 113 mile per hour wind reported in Boulder, Colorado. Places like Cheyenne and Boulder reached 97 miles per hour, so this is not unusual. My brothers were like, this is ridiculous. This is so unusual. It's actually not. And I told him that. And I'm going to take this one right here and send it to my brothers. I'll copy that one, put it on my brother chat. In 1967, an EF4 tornado traveled 33 miles across Iron and Washington counties in Missouri during an unusual time of the day, 12:45 to 1 o'clock in the morning. The tornado killed 3 and injured 52 people. Terrible. Right before Christmas? Awful. In 1964, not that it has to happen just right before Christmas to be awful, but it is awful right before Christmas. I feel like that just ruins the holiday for everybody involved. In 1964, a great warm surge from the Pacific Ocean across Oregon and Northern California brought torrential rain on a deep snow cover, resulting in record floods. And in 1929, an exceptional storm produced snow from the middle Rio Grande Valley of Texas to southern Arkansas. The storm produced 26 inches of snow in Texas. And in 1892, Portland, Oregon was buried under a record 27.5 inches of snowfall. On this date, Sunday, December 21st, in history, today's daily quote, "It should be a very happy marriage. They are both so much in love with him." Irene Thomas. In 1995, the city of Bethlehem passed from Israel to Palestinian control. In 1968, Apollo 8 was launched on a mission to orbit the moon. In 1937, Walt Disney debuted the first full-length animated feature in Hollywood, California. The movie was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In 1913, Arthur Wayne published a new word cross puzzle in the New York World in England. The name was later changed to Crossword. In 1879, Isbens A Dollhouse was first performed in Copenhagen, Denmark, with a revised happy ending. And in 1620, the Mayflower and its passengers, pilgrims from England, landed in Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. That's December 21st in 1620. The Mayflower? They missed Thanksgiving, didn't they? Oh, that was maybe the year after that. Oh, my friends. I've got jokes for days. Let's take it to the mountains of Gatlinburg, shall we? How about that one? Overcast, but warmer this morning than what we were yesterday. Well, this morning's warmer than what we were yesterday. Julie says hi, Kipton. All right, so I've got a couple posts to share with you here. I showed you the... let's see here. Hold on. Here's one I want to share with you. National Weather Service posting this on the social media this morning. So Christmas Day forecast and climatology for Chattanooga, Knoxville, and Tri-Cities. The Nashville office covers Crossville anyways. Key highlights: temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s. Partly to mostly cloudy. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Last white Christmas for many was in 2020. 2010 for Chattanooga and southern areas. So do you remember that in 2020? It was snowing on Christmas Eve and gave us a nice white Christmas. How cool is that? Now, let's talk about records for Knoxville. Record high for Christmas Day is 76, set back in 1982. The average high is 49. Average low is 32. And the record low is 6 below in 1983. And the record snowfall was 7 inches in 1969 for the Knoxville area. Tri-Cities, the record is 74. And Chattanooga's the record is 75. Crazy. Knoxville and Tri-Cities, same date, but Chattanooga's was set back in 1955. And what am I forecasting on Christmas Day? Well, no records. Remember, the record is 76. I'm forecasting temperatures of 67. So probably be about 10 to 11 or so degrees below average, but still a toasty, roasty Christmas Day is expected. Let's see. Your day to celebrate Bah Humbug. Come on, Lee. You're not a grouch. Maybe Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, but not a Bah Humbug. What movie did we watch last night, Kipton? We were watching a movie last night. We watched a couple Christmas movies last night, didn't we, buddy? Did he leave me? Kipton, are you still here? Oh. What movie did we watch last night? Oh, yeah, we watched Elf. That's what we watched. Oh, how soon I forgot. All right, here's Eric McCord, Christmas over Kingsport. Let's talk about some photos. This is really cool, Eric. Great photo. This is Kingsport, Tennessee, Upper East Tennessee. East Tennessee weather covers, remember, all of East Tennessee. Wait for it to load. Must be a big file. There it is. How about that? That's a really cool shot. Eric, by the way, is a Witcher weather watcher. He had another one, great sunset over Bays Mountain in Kingsport. So he captured that, and you can see the sun glowing off in the top left-hand side of the screen. So then he turned the drone and captured this amazing sunset view over Bays Mountain in the Kingsport area. How about that one? That's a gorgeous view for sure. Here's one from Elaine Ombre. Ooh, this is really cool, Elaine. She says, stand by. Let it load. There it is. So Elaine on this one says, from my deck, Jupiter and perhaps, maybe, a falling star. How cool is that? Check her out on social media, by the way. Behind the lens. Here's another great one from Elaine. Sunset from her porch. I believe Elaine is in Granger County. I don't know if she's on here this morning, but maybe Granger County, I think. Anyways, beautiful part of East Tennessee either way. And Jessica Green taken in the mountains of Tennessee this morning. This one was probably yesterday morning, but that is a nice little view of the streams that we have in the Smokies. And let's see if I have any pictures to share. Oh, I do have one more picture to share with you. You want to see something really cool? So I told you about the 3D design that we were printing. Look what I printed. Look what I printed. Does anybody know what that is? That, my friends, is a front license plate. Look at my car now. Isn't that not cool? So we 3D printed that at home. We're going to fix it. We got to make it bigger because it doesn't really fit the front license plate of my car. But yeah, that's printing some East Tennessee weather front license plates because why not, right? Maybe one day I'll have a wrapped car. I don't know. What else do I have to share with you? So this is what it looks like. How cool is that? This 3D printer thing is just awesome. What else do I have to share with you? I think that is it. That, my friends, is all she wrote. Can we buy one of those? You want one of those for your car? You want an East Tennessee what? Yes, you can. You can't buy them on the merch shop, but I could print you one if you really want one. Julie wants one. Captain, you're going to print them for everybody? They're a little bit smaller because you saw it didn't fit my front license plate, so you might have to find a workaround. What I did is I went on Amazon, and actually I'm buying like just a black plastic one that fits the whole thing, so you don't have those holes on the side. I don't know if you saw that. See how it just doesn't fit all the way across? Because the 3D printer is only so big, and so either that or we have to slice it and put it together. So I just bought a big black one to go on the outside of that. Just piece of plastic anyways to go underneath that shot right there. So if you are interested in one of those, just hit me up. Mike at easttnweather.com. How about that? If you want one of those. Andrew wants one. Julie wants one. Let's see. Lisa wants one too. Listen, I will definitely, if you all want one, just message me, Mike at easttnweather.com. They take a little bit to print, but we'll figure it out down the road. Window stickers. We do have some window stickers coming down the pipeline as well. We got a funny social media post that I want to do with those window stickers, or with stickers anyway. So we need to get Janelle on that because she has taken over my merch shop. So she's like, you need stuff more for women on there. I go, it's all unisex, but yes, I do. So I said, hey, babe, why don't you take over my merch shop for me so we can take care of that. We'll get some stickers there, Andrew. Definitely need some stickers. All right, my friends. It is 8:23. Sure hope you have a great day today. It's the last Sunday before Christmas. Gipton, you want some? Come say goodbye to everyone? You still don't want to? Come on. Remember, I'm not going to be broadcasting live on Christmas Day, just an FYI. Go enjoy your family time. But the East Tennessee Weather app will be updated, so I'll get up and record and stuff, but we won't do a live broadcast. Not going to do that. Anyways, enjoy the sunshine today. The clouds are already starting to thin on out. Temperatures back in the 50s, a couple of degrees cooler today, tomorrow, with a big old warm-up come Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and next week we're talking temperatures nearly 15 to 20 degrees above average. Probably not going to break any records. Other than that, smooth sailing. And I'll keep you posted on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, obviously, in the coming days. We'll see how that how that plays out. Bobblehead Mike would be cool. Ain't nobody want that. You want some V-neck tees? All right. I didn't order those because I don't like V-necks myself, but if you want some V-neck tees, I will get those. My wife is still waiting on lanyards as well, Cody. And not just the lanyards, but the things that like those little retractable things so you can scan your badge, the badge scanner things. So if we get those, I will let you know, or I will announce that, of course, here on the platform. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Kipton says bye. He also says have a great Sunday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We're broadcasting at 7:30 tomorrow. We're Wake Up with Witcher. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short.
There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for the cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. Standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley, just like it should. So your colors, they start, and it's stripping you off your back.